told us that they were proceeding with extreme caution. Now, after I talked to Mike McCarthy on the field before the game, Jerry Jones talked to a number of the Dallas reporters, and I stuck my nose in there and I asked him a question about what kind of advice he was giving Dak Prescott about how to proceed, because there are 35 days to go before the opener against Tampa Bay at the Bucs, and they've got 3 preseason games left. And I want you to pay attention to this answer from Jerry Jones, because he points to the area in Dak Prescott's lat underneath his shoulder blade where the injury occurred. Check this out. Take a look at this.
Let me assure you that I don't have anything to add to his purpose of completely rehabbing so that he doesn't have any lingering effects from this issue. That's possible to do in a matter of days. Certainly it's right the muscle right underneath the arm, and it's already improving dramatically, and he's able to do all the other things that he needs to do with the rest of his body. But we want to get that nailed. We have the time. We can afford to take these days and just let him work on that. That's what he's doing probably right as we're speaking. But the biggest benefit from it is that I'm sure you won't see him throwing any more 70-yard alley-oop passes, practicing jump balls in the end zone. That'll be let somebody else do that.
Anybody who has a lat strain knows it's all about rest, ice, plenty of ice, some stimulation, but rest the body and rest the shoulder. Can't throw the football until he's fully pain-free, and they know that this is healed completely, Hannah.
So he has some time to play with here, and obviously in the meantime, the Cowboys are back in Oxnard for that joint practice with the Rams. Meanwhile, where you are in Canton, the Centennial Class of 2020